first thing is I do Hello everybody, it's me again. The last video, if you recall, I mentioned that I was going to show you how to make a rubber silicone mold. So that is what I'm going to do this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making a silicone mold of this garden stone. So just something really simple. I just figured I would show you guys how to do that, so let's get started. So you're going to need a couple of things. One, you're going to need a place to pour the mold into. So typically you could just use a cardboard box or something, or you could just even use the table and just build up an edge with plasticine. But I'm going to use this tray because it actually seems to fit perfectly in this tray. The next thing you're going to need is the part A and part B of the mold mix. And how you mix it, and you put 100 parts of A with 10 parts of B. So for that, you're also going to need a digital scale. And the digital scale has to be able to weigh it in grams. And that's kind of it. I'm going to use this bucket as like my mixer, so I have a little spoon. And then I also have this thing here that I kind of made. It has a little hole in the bottom here, so I use this to pour the stuff into the mold, but I'll show you that after. So once you turn on your scale, let that come on, then you want to put your bucket on top, and it's going to show you the weight here. So what you're going to want to do is click on the tare button, and then now it brings it back to 0. So whatever you put in there, it's going to deduct the weight of the actual bucket. So now is when we have to do the math. So there are 727.5 grams. So I'm just going to round it up to like 728. So now I need to divide that by 10, and that will give me the number of grams that I need for the part B. And then now you can pour in part B. But you want to shake that up really well before. And then the fun job of mixing it up. Alright, so now that you've got that mixed together, you're going to notice that it's a nice thick consistency. There is a lot of air bubbles in there, which actually brings me to the reason why I have this thing. When you're pouring the silicone into the mold, you want to make sure that all the air bubbles are broken up. So generally what people do is they hold the container up over top of the mold and let it drip out like with a really long run, so then the bubbles break out in the middle. But because I'm lazy, or maybe just creative, I thought I would just make something that would hold the silicone and pour it for me, so I don't have to stand there holding it up all the time. So this is what I do. I put that on the floor, and I put this on the edge of the table, and then I basically fill this up with the silicone, and then it drips out of this hole and runs down to the floor. So now that I've got this all poured in here, you can see it's coming down. And it's very thin stream all the way down to the mold. So you can see it's little tiny bits pouring into the mold at one time. So that there, all the bubbles should be broken up by the time it hits this mold. So there should be no air bubbles in this at all. So once you've got that poured, you just basically let that sit for like 24 hours, and then you're done. Then you can take it out of the mold. Alright, so it's been 24 hours, well, approximately, so let's take this out of the mold. And so there you have it. one silicone mold. So now obviously you would just pour in your plaster or cement, whatever you're putting in there to make the object, and then once it's hardened you would take it out. So you can see the silicone picks up like every last tiny little detail in there, even like the name on the inside. That is how you make a silicone mold. Right, well that was it for this video, so stay tuned for more. I got a few things coming up and I'm excited about it, so you guys should be too. So I will see you guys later. Have a great night, and I suck at exits, in outros, however you end a video, that's what I suck at. Alright, goodbye.